Hey all, thanks for checking this video out. Went back and rewatched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse after watching the new Across the Spider-Verse. I remember taking the kid to watch Into the Spider-Verse just to do something over winter break and I absolutely ended up loving it. I always enjoyed DC animated movies, but animated movies in the Marvel world left a lot to be desired. This one broke the mold, and you all know how I felt about Across the Universe. Anyways, here's a quick recap and I'll have my small review of the original Into the Spider-Verse after. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse introduces us to Miles Morales, a bright and artistic teenager living in Brooklyn. Miles is struggling to adjust to his new school, the prestigious Visions Academy, and the high expectations placed on him by his parents, especially his father, Jefferson Davis, a police officer. Fortunately, my parents had no expectations of me. One night, while visiting his uncle Aaron Davis, who is voiced by the brilliant Mahershala Ali. This is already Mahershala's third Marvel character. They should make a Mahershala-verse. Miles is bitten by a radioactive spider, granting him incredible spider-like abilities. Confused and frightened, he returns to the site of the spider bite and discovers a hidden underground laboratory. There, he witnesses the opening of a dimensional portal created by the brilliant but eccentric Dr. Livia Octavius. Miles soon encounters Peter Parker, the legendary Spider-Man, who is attempting to prevent Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, from using a massive particle accelerator called the Super Collider. Fisk is desperate to access alternate dimensions in the hopes of bringing back his deceased wife and son. During the confrontation, Peter is mortally wounded by the Kingpin and, before he dies, passes on his web-slinging mission to Miles. Couldn't Peter have passed on easier missions to star-like muggers or shoplifters? Struggling with self-doubt and his new powers, Miles attempts to honor Peter's final wishes but inadvertently damages his new Spider-Man suit. Feeling overwhelmed, he retreats to his uncle's old apartment, where he discovers a hidden lair filled with Peter's Spider-Man memorabilia and a futuristic wrist device called a Goober. Goober was my superhero name. While trying to figure out his role as the new Spider-Man, Miles encounters other versions of Spider-People who were pulled into his universe due to the dimensional rift caused by the Super Collider. These include an older and jaded Peter B. Parker from a different timeline, who becomes Miles' reluctant mentor Gwen Stacy, also known as Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen, from an alternate reality where she is the web-slinger Spider-Man Noir, a hard-boiled detective from a 1930s universe. Penny Parker, a young girl piloting a robotic spider suit named SP/Doctor, and Spider-Ham, a talking cartoon pig Spider-Ham with spider-like abilities. Why would he be called Spider-Ham? Ham comes from slaughtered pigs and Peter Parker would have been better named Spider-Pig. As the Spider-People team up, they share their stories and struggles, each grappling with their own personal demons and losses. Miles, in particular, faces challenges in mastering his powers and finding confidence to step up as a hero. The group develops a bond and becomes determined to stop the Kingpin and his nefarious plans, which could lead to the destruction of all dimensions. We know in the new movie, there is the Spider Society. This original smaller team should be the Justice League of Spider Heroes. Throughout their mission, the Spider-People face various obstacles and engage in thrilling battles against the Kingpin's henchmen, including the imposing Prowler, who is Miles' uncle Aaron. These encounters test Miles' resolve and force him to confront his fears and insecurities. Meanwhile, Miles must also navigate his personal life, which includes reconnecting with his father, Jefferson, who becomes suspicious of the new Spider-Man's activities. Miles relies on his supportive and understanding mother, Rio. In the climactic showdown, the Spider-People locate the Super Collider and confront the Kingpin, who is on the brink of activating it. Despite their differences and self-doubt, they work together using their unique abilities to defeat the Kingpin's forces. Miles, in a pivotal moment, fully embraces his powers and his identity as Spider-Man, taking on a new, homemade suit with the help of Aunt May. The Spider-People ultimately destroy the Super Collider, causing the dimensions to collapse. The group says their farewells, recognizing that they must return to their regions to prevent further damage. Miles bids an emotional goodbye to Peter, who encourages him to trust himself and carry on the legacy of Spider-Man. After successfully closing the portals and saving his city, Miles embraces his role as the one and only Spider-Man of his dimension. He gains the confidence to protect his world. Inspired by the sacrifices and teachings of his fellow Spider-People, Miles emerges as a hero who learns to balance his responsibilities, facilities, school, family, and friends, all while continuing to explore his own unique path as Spider-Man. In the film's conclusion, Miles repaints his suit to reflect his personal style, swings through the city with newfound confidence, and accepts that he is not alone in his superhero journey. He remains determined to honor the memory of his mentor, Peter, and protect his world as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a celebration of the Spider-Man legacy, showcasing the idea that anyone can wear the mask and be a hero, regardless of their background or abilities. It emphasizes the importance of embracing individuality and working together to make a difference, while also highlighting the power of self-belief and personal growth. The ending included Gwen finding a way to contact Miles from her own dimension. In another dimension, Miguel O'Hara, also known as 2099, travels to Earth 67 and argues with Spider-Man. I still don't get the Earth 67, Earth 616 and or Earth 838. Wouldn't ever Spider-Man call their own Earth, Earth 1? So, I had a great time again with the rewatch as I did the first time watching it. I can't wait for the second to get onto streaming and then the third one coming out March 2024. Sony really put Miles Morales on the map with Into the Spider-Verse. Peter Parker was always my Spider-Man growing up and I enjoyed Miles in the books, but it took Into the Spider-Verse to open up a new fresh change to the old Uncle Ben, Peter Parker's story. I enjoyed each of the Spider People introductions and backstory. I wish we could get spin-offs of each of them, maybe shorts, as I'm not sure each could carry a full-length movie except for Spider-Gwen and maybe Peter B. Parker. Peter B. Parker's be a CW drama between he and Mary Jane called Me and Mary Jane. Into the Spider-Verse had plenty of bad guys too. Great start to what looks like a great franchise, so make sure you watch all the Spider-Verse movies. That's all, gang. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. We'll talk to you all soon.